Hello everyone, we are solving problem number 2233, maximum product after k increments. So we have given an array of integer nums and an integer k. So we have to maximize our product of nums after performing at most k operations, and they have defined operation as we can increment any element from nums by 1 per each step. So I will just explain the problem statement. So let's have this example only. So we have 0 and 4 in our array, and value of k is 5. So I will just say here element 1 is equal to 0 and our second element is 4. Okay, so what we will do is we will just increase our 4 by 5 steps, and then we will check our product. So we will find some kind of pattern. So if we increase 4 by 1 5 times like this, so we will get 9, and our 0 is gonna be 0. So product we are gonna get at the end is 0. Okay, so for the case 1. Okay, and now what we will do is we will increase our 0 to 5 steps, that is k steps. So 0 is going to be 5 at the end, and element 2 is gonna be 4 as it is, as we have only incremented first element by k steps. So our product is gonna be 5 into 4, that is 20. So you can also observe that we need to increase our um, lowest element to maximize our product, as increasing or higher numbers won't help us much, as or incrementing lower elements will increase our product. So also I will give you one example. So let's say we have 2 and 8. So if we increment 1 in 8, we will get 9, and product will be 9 into 2, that is 18. But if we increment 1 in the lower element, which is 2, so we will get 8 into 3, which is 24. So we will try to increment our minimum element to maximize our product. So for this we are going to use a heap. So let's just declare one heap using priority queue. Let's call it heap. So we are using heap for the simple fact that our heap will the top of heap is always gonna be the minimum product. So what we can do is we will just we will just remove that element, we will increment it by 1, and we will put it again. So let's say we have 3, 4, and let's say it's 5 and 1. Okay, and we have k is equal to 3, so we can increment any of those elements 3 times. Okay, so then in this case our minimum element is 1, so we will just remove that element and we will add 1 to it, so it will become 2 and our k will decrease by 1. Okay, then again we will check our lowest element, then it is 2 again, so we will again add 1 to it and we will decrease our k by 1, as we are doing operations uh, per each step. And then again we will check. Now in that case we have 3 is as minimum element, so we will again make it 4 and our k will be 0. But let's say we had one more k, then till now we are incrementing this element from 2 to 4, but now if we put it again in the heap, now 4 is not no longer the smallest element, now 3 is the smallest element, so it will be at the top of our heap. Okay, and in this case we will increase that minimum element and our k will be 0. So this is the simple logic, and for that we are going to use heap to maintain a smallest element at the top. So let's just say int num in nums let's just add heap dot add that number. Okay, now we will perform our while loop till our k is greater than 0, and what we can do is we will just add the polled element plus 1. Okay, so what we are doing is so I will just make it simpler for you. So let's add brackets. Okay, so this is the removed element, and now we are going to add removed plus 1. Okay, and after each iteration our k is decrementing by 1. So while we have k greater than 0, we are gonna perform this operation. So after doing this, we can just declare one variable, and we are going to declare long, as they have told us that answer can be very large, and for that I will just declare one integer mod, which is equal to 10 raised to 9 plus 7. So let's make it 3, 6, 9 and 7. Okay, so let's make our product is equal to 1, and while our heap is not empty, we will just remove elements and we will add it to our product variable. So product is equal to product into heap dot poll. So, and we need to take a mod of it, as it can become greater than max int value, and so we need to avoid that integer overflow. For that we are dividing it by or taking mod by this number 10 raised to 9 plus 7. Okay, and in the end we can just return integral value of our product. So let's try to run this code. Is there any syntax error? Okay, it should be capital P. Okay, it's working. Let's try to submit it. Yeah, thank you.